on the grid next to Michael Schumacher. My God. This guy is like God. He's a mental warrior, that guy. He lives and breathes destroying his teammate mentally. This guy's like the greatest, and I'm on the grid next to him. Doesn't add up.
Did empathy exist from Michael Schumacher when you raced alongside him? Because I think that's...
No, he's the opposite also. He's a mental warrior, that guy. Not in a mean way, in a casual, gray area, using the gray areas, daily force. He wakes up, it's just natural to him. It's not like he doesn't have to push himself to destroy his teammate naturally, mentally. It's his way of life. It's his competitive, super casual, and all day long. Huh? So whether it's we arrive at the track and there's only one parking, there's 20 parking spots at the track. Everybody else has to park a kilometer away. So one for each driver. Now there's the team bosses also. And Michael would park his car just slightly across into my parking spot. So two wheels just across the white line in a way that I cannot fit anymore. Like literally I would scratch the cars if I would try. So it stresses me out, obviously, because I'm late for the meeting. You always arrive 1 minute to go, engineering meeting. It's the most horrible thing to come a minute late when everybody, even the factory, 50 people at the factory, everybody's online. And we're just waiting on Nico to arrive. Horrible. So he parks the car across. So I'm stuck because I cannot leave it in the middle of the road. And it's just all day long. Monaco qualifying, he locks himself in the only toilet that we had in the garage. There's only one. And the last thing you do as a driver is you always go to the bathroom before getting in the car. And he locks himself in, looking at his watch. The time is ticking. And he knows that it's the most horrible thing is jumping in a race car when you're stressed, because you need to adjust your seatbelts. And there's these crutch straps at the bottom that are high risk. You need to take your time to position them very carefully and nicely, because the worst that can happen is if something shifts out of place whilst you're out on the racetrack.
Yeah.
Because then there's nothing you can do about it. Every driver has experienced this. It's so painful. And because when you're braking, you slide down into the crutch. And if something's not right in position, you have an hour to go and you're out on the racetrack and you know you can't do anything about it. That's horrible. Yeah. So you don't want to jump in the car stressed. And he's in the bathroom, lock the door. I'm knocking on the door and I don't know who's in there because no one's talking. Come out, come out, come out. Please, I need to go. And he knows, okay, 3 minutes to go, 2 minutes to go. And by then I had to find a bucket to... in the back of the garage to pee.
Honestly.
So I'm there where the mechanics are working around me and I'm peeing in a bucket, shaking, stressed. And this is like all day long. That's like, he loved it.
Would you ever go to Michael and say, stop with the games, come on?
Today, yes, but at the time I was too young. But now, knowing everything, I would stand right in front of him, I would look him in the eye, I would say, Michael, stop these rubbish games. Like, this is useless, and it's not right, to cause me a stress just before I get in the car. Stop, I would now today I would do that because it's showing vulnerability in the moment, but actually it's a great strength.
And I bet no one ever did that.
He sees that it's causing me suffering, but actually showing vulnerability is a superpower. So it feels scary in the moment, but it has such a big impact. And so today I would be super brave and I would do it. But remember, this guy is like God, huh?
Yeah.
Like he walked into a room and the engineers stopped working whenever he walked into a room. Everybody, the mouths went open. Michael Schumacher. It's literally, this guy's God. Yeah. I mean, greatest race car driver we've ever seen.
Put his arm around you and...
No. He in 3 years of being teammates, he did not mention my name once in 3 years of sitting across the table in engineering meetings. I did not exist.
What would he call you?
No, I did not exist. Like it was not, I did not exist because mentioning my name would be showing respect. But not me not existing was pushing me, the little guy there who we don't even know his name. We don't even know his name, That was his mental worship. It was, he never once asked, like, what did Nico do there? Or not once, like, not a single time. It's
so what did you do, like, to protect yourself?
So that was the learning, which I just also covered from my work with my psychologist, where he said, when you feel that someone's not treating you right or something, the best is, with respect, but firmly tell the person, this is causing me great discomfort. I don't think it's fair. Please treat me appropriately. And one of the examples was now the team boss of Williams, James Vowles, who was our genius strategist. And he too was consumed by this genius this god sitting in the room with us at the beginning of Michael joining Mercedes. So one of the first races, we were small, intimate circle, just pre-race, high pressure moment, discussing the strategy, which James Vowles is responsible for. So for him, it's like very intense moment. And he faces the god, which is Michael Schumacher, to explain the strategy to Michael. And then comes my strategy. And 90% of the time when he spoke about my strategy, he was speaking about my strategy to Michael. Like I was not there. Like I was like hot air in the room. I was not there.
Becoming a parent changes how you think about so many things, including money. When you're younger, it's so much about the next opportunity, isn't it? The next project, the next adventure. But I've found that once I had kids, I'm starting to think longer term. How do I make smarter decisions? How do I help the future look a bit more secure for me and for my children? And one of the things that I've been exploring recently is how to make my money work harder in the background. Well, XTB have launched a cash ISA and stocks and shares ISA where new customers can currently earn 6% interest, which includes a 2% boost for the first 90 days. It also gives you tax-free growth, daily interest, flexible withdrawals, and no account management fees. And if you open an account and make your first deposit within 7 days, you'll receive a free stock to help you start your investment journey. If you want to find out more, go to xtb.com/en/join/high performance. Capital at risk, investment values can rise or fall. Tax treatment depends on your individual circumstances and ISA regulations, which may change. Limited free stock available. 2% ISA rate boost for 90 days. New clients only. T's and C's apply.
But he didn't even realize. It's just because you have God in the room. Yeah. And so you're just consumed by that. And it was really hurtful for me though, because plus I was the guy getting more points for the team. I was in front in the championship.
I was
in front of the grid as well.
This is the interesting
I
point.
beat Michael most of the time, which was very important to my career. Yes, he wasn't at the peak of his powers anymore because he had retired and come back. Nevertheless, it was important for me to stay ahead. Anyway, so then after that, I went to James Vowles and I said, James, please, I deserve that you give me at least 50% of your attention in such strategy meetings, especially then when you're discussing my strategy also. I'm not sure if I was brave enough to say that hurt me. Probably not. I don't know. But I did say, I must have said it didn't feel nice to me that, you're just... And then James very kindly did pay attention next time and did address me appropriately, So that was a very nice example, an important example of progress in that sense.
Can I ask you about that period where you saw Michael doing things that were uncharacteristic? There was that moment where he braked and he hit someone in Barcelona, he got hit.
Yeah, I know exactly what that was. So he was, his peak was probably pretty similar still to his greatest, just that he struggled. A race driver's skill is the speed of adapting. We are super fast to adapt to new situations, new grip levels, because every lap is different in our world. The fuel is coming down, the grip is coming up, every lap is different. And so you have to have an incredible ability to be present and adapt from corner to corner, lap to lap, all the time. It's never the same. And that was the area where Michael, that was the only area where you could see a little bit that he was not at his best anymore.
Yeah.
His ability to adapt to some things. And the best example was this DRS. He had never in his career had DRS, where you drop the rear wing and you suddenly go, it's like a turbo boost on the straights. You suddenly go 15 kilometers per hour quicker, which means that you get to that next corner in a way that you've never usually get there, because you're suddenly 15 kilometers quicker in a race only when you're overtaking someone. So he's doing the race, getting to that corner, always the same, and then suddenly he comes up to Bruno Senna, this is in Barcelona, and hits the DRS. And so his brain failed to remind him that this is a new situation. He's going to get to the same braking zone that he's come to the last 20 laps with 15 kilometers more speed. So you have to brake in a much earlier spot, because if you brake in the same spot, you're off.
Yeah.
And he braked in the same spot. So he took out Bruno Senna in front of him and had a massive crash. because that was the only little thing that he was worse at, I think, than in his peak career.
And did you
moments.
see that he was accepting that, or that he maybe?
He was generally someone. I mean, he's very self-confident.
Yeah.
And also he's built so strongly on just passion for the sport. He just loved racing and loved the sport. So I'm sure it caused him mental struggles to be behind me and to be crashing. But I think he dealt with them very strongly. And in general still was enjoying the moment and the time largely. And much more than most others would be able to in that situation, because the media was bashing him pretty hard, because the media was expecting he's going to come to Mercedes and win the world championship.
Yeah.
And yet he came to Mercedes, was driving in 12th place, crashing and getting beaten by his no-name teammates. So